Hi, I'm Tasha with Pathways to Peace Counseling. So building on our coping skill boxes, I wanted to give you another idea of something super simple that you can put in to really help kids cope whenever they're upset. Play-Doh. Play-Doh is an awesome coping skill for lots of different reasons. For one, I encourage kids to just grab a clump of Play-Doh and squeeze it so that it squishes out their fingers just like that. And that releases a whole lot of emotional energy just by squeezing, because whenever a kid's angry, they're full of energy that needs to be released in a positive way. And I would much rather them squeeze Play-Doh than punch somebody, break things, that kind of thing. Another thing that I like to do is to grab just a ball of Play-Doh, squish it flat, and then they can use anything. I've got a paintbrush handy. Just kind of poke some eyes and a mouth, and so they can just kind of carve in feelings faces. So a kid that might not be very verbal can show people how they're feeling by making a feelings face. And there's all sorts of different ways of doing it. Another way I like to do is roll out a couple of eyeballs and some eyebrows and a mouth, and then just manipulating it in different ways. You can make it look angry, scared, sad, bored, whatever. So it's a super simple way of just doing feelings faces. And along that line, I love these. A friend of mine was selling these. They're from Pampered Chef, and they're just emoji cookie cutters, and they click together. So they're super simple to store, easy to use, and the kids enjoy them. So they will just squish the Play-Doh in it and make different feelings faces. And we'll talk about, how are you feeling today? How, what are times that you feel these different emotions? And so anyway, they're just super cute. I'll kind of click through them so you can see all the different ones. There's a sad one, and I don't know, this guy's just kind of content, I guess. And the silly one. So another thing I like to do is making little figures. This is a very crude, ugly looking guy, but the point is, if I can make 2 or 3 of these, then a kid can act out different scenarios. Like, say a kid comes into me and says that they're angry about something. I could be like, okay, hey, show me what happened. And he can act out and say, oh, this happened. And so play therapy with Play-Doh, it makes it really fun. And, sometimes they'll really let it out. Like maybe they're smashing the kid that made them mad. So, and we talk about that, you're feeling this way, but what is an appropriate way of dealing with it? So it's more of just an avenue to process feelings. Another thing, a friend of mine that's also a therapist had once said that Play-Doh is like truth serum. as soon as their hands are busy, their mouth just opens. It kind of gets past all those defense mechanisms so that they can talk. So, like I said, Play-Doh, it's just a great coping skill. And also I like to let them go, let them create, let them build. And as they're doing it, usually they're talking, usually they'll explain what they're doing, why they're doing it. You kind of get into why they think the way that they think. So it's just a really healthy way of processing emotions.